के कर दिखाने में, मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी, और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानपुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello, very good evening. We would like to thank each and every participant today who have joined this special webinar, which is with Franchise India. Franchise India is a 26-year-old franchise solution company wherein we help investors how to start your own business. We are a platform wherein we help investors to find out a right opportunity. We handhold and guide each investor how to find out a right opportunity for investors. On the other side, we are working with businesses, brands, where we help them to expand their businesses through franchise route in different locations and different regions, India and overseas as well. Franchise India today is proudly saying that we have 97 cities network in India, and we are also present in 9 countries with our services. So Franchise India is, as I said, 26-year-old. We will talk about today what journey is about Franchise India, what we have done in 26 years, what kind of opportunity today we are offering as an IFC, and also we'll also talk about industry, franchise industry, how it is going, and what is the growth next 10 years, 15 years, how it is looking like. So please feel free to use Q&A box for all your questions and queries, because we do not have hand raising option in this webinar. We'll take all your questions which are there in the Q&A box. We will also take you through a complete presentation wherein we'll give you understanding about the opportunity which is we are highlighting today, which is independent franchise consultant, how you can become part of world's largest franchise solution company, which is Franchise India. Today on screen, I'll also introduce our team and management team. We have Shakti Vel, who have joined us from Chennai, because we have our IFC partners all across India, and accordingly, we have also created our clusters, and we have heads in each cluster wherein we are helping our partners on day in, day out life. We have Shakti Vel, as I said, he's joined us from Chennai office, and he's also looking forward working with our Kerala market and Tamil Nadu market. Rajveer has joined us from Mumbai, and also we can see Monica has joined us from Chandigarh office, and we also have from the management side, we have Mr. Gaurav Maria. He is the chairman of Franchise India Group, and Ms. Sonia Chaudhary, she is managing director of Franchise India Group. My name is Sanjay. I am CEO director of Franchise India Consultants Private Limited, which is a part of Franchise India Group, where we have all our IFC partners registered with us, and they are working under this company, Franchise India Consultants Private Limited. So today, as I said, we will talk about this opportunity in length. But before that, we'll give you complete understanding about our journey, how we have started Franchise India, and what was the requirement for starting this independent franchise consultant vertical, and why we are looking forward for more like-minded people, and which are the locations which we are open now, because we have a very, very strong network already built. And now there are few cities which are open, but it is not for everyone. Professionals who are looking forward for starting a career which is into consulting. So consulting practice, which is completely return on environment, because you need to be involved and you need to be completely hand on the brands which we are selling to all our investors, because the training which we are offering you to give you complete understanding about how consulting practice can be started. So in this, we are not talking about return on investment. It is a return on environment and return on intelligence, which we will be talking about in length. We also give you complete understanding about the monetization model and how franchising is growing, and plus what is an opportunity for you to become a partner with Franchise India. So before I start this webinar, I'd like to invite our chairman, sir, to welcome once again you all, and then to set up the perspective of this webinar. So over to you. Thank you very much for joining in.
Thank you, Sanjay, and welcome, friends, and welcome to the webinar with Franchise India. As Sanjay said, this is a very special webinar where we're inviting like-minded partners who would work as independent franchise consultant. Before I get into the whole opportunity, I'd like to thank you all because you're taking time out at this particular hour, because this last 2 to 3 days is before we start the next year, is the time where people reflect. They reflect what they want to do in the coming year. And they also reflect on new career opportunities. They reflect on new ways of doing things in life. And so this is a very critical time, and you all joined in, so which means that you're planning something for yourself in the next year. And so we're going to spend next 1 hour with you to discover an opportunity for you, right? So is becoming a partner with Franchise India or starting your own practice as independent franchise consulting is something which you want to do? And that's very, very important and a critical question to answer. So I'll explain you the flow of this webinar. First, I'd like to bring in Sonia. Sonia is with Franchise India, build a large business with Franchise India. She's part of the management and been part of Franchise India for 20 years. And actually a founder for this broking business of ours, where we really sell franchisees. She built a large team. And so I'll pass it on to her to talk about a little bit of a journey of Franchise India, journey of her broking business, how she built the business. It was not only new to India, but the way we built it, it was probably the most unique format which we have created across the world. And now we are very proud that we are not just in India with 90 cities, but we are 9 countries globally. There is no organization which is even close to what we do and the quantum and the size what we do. So we're very proud of that journey. So she will talk about that journey, what all we do. Then I'll come in and talk about this business model of independent franchise consultant. Friends, this is very, very close to me personally, because when COVID happened, this particular platform actually outshined. It was somewhere there in our program, but we were running very large direct teams. And suddenly I said, see, that my channel, the IFC business, which is my consultant business, outperformed everything else, because so many committed people came in who were self-driven and they did extremely well. So it became extremely important part of our business model. And as we hit into next year, 2024, we have a commitment that large part of our business would shift to independent franchise consultant. So we are extremely committed to this part of the business, which Sanjay leads. As he said, is a separate company called Franchise India Consultants. We feel 2024, 25, 26, 3 years, we're going to be spending a lot of time to build capabilities within this network. We are already proud that we are the world's largest franchise consultant network. And we have ambition to add another 100 consultants in 2024. But we are in rush, but not in rush, which means that the quality of consultant who would join us is very critical. And what they bring on the table is also very, very critical. It's just not their investment. It's about what they bring outside the investment. And I'll talk about that in a much more value. But first, I'll pass it on to Sonia for starting this piece. Somebody asked about Hindi or English. Is everybody comfortable in English? Then we will only do this webinar on English, because a lot of friends join from South India. But if anybody has a concern, they want to hear us in Hindi also, please write on the Q&A box. There is a Q&A box that you should use for asking questions. We have a large panel. We all would be happy to answer those questions for you. And let's make it very interactive, because you're going to spend the next 1 hour learning about a new industry called franchising. You're going to spend time to learn about Franchise India, all of us, our journeys. And we will also like to learn a lot about you, because then only it will make meaningful structure. So Tushar says 50-50. So Sonia, over to you for 50-50, which means 50% English and 50% Hindi. And let's see how Sonia does it, because she doesn't speak Hindi. Let's see how she is able to do 50-50. Let's make it a little entertaining, because it's 2024 coming in. So it's sometime holiday time for a lot of people. So I don't want to make it a serious business discussion, but we'll take out value out of this, but let's make it very interactive.
Great. Thanks, friends. I also like to say,
before I start,
if
I tell Sakti to do 50-50, he's fail, because he's from Tamil. He doesn't know even understand Hindi. So 50% of seminar he will not understand. Okay, let's go start.
Yeah, but I would say that our English is very simple, but any part of that you don't understand, please call us. We have teams across India. We can communicate even after the webinar is over. And any specific part you want us to elaborate in Hindi, we all can do that. Especially me, Gaurav, we all can do that. Shakti cannot do that. So as I start, I like to, in fact, state that I'm pleased to say that our community of independent franchise consultants or partners, as we say, is becoming bigger day by day as the business opportunity and also the market size continues to become bigger, right? So, and we believe we need more hands, we need more minds to capture and leverage this opportunity. This month alone, we onboarded about a team of 12 partners who joined us at the head office in New Delhi for a 3-day training program, who came from Vizag, came from Delhi, came from Chennai, Mumbai, Vadodara, Vellore. These are the cities. While we already have a presence through our direct teams and partners, but the opportunity is big enough to accommodate in certain locations and territories, even more partners and a deeper penetration. The core driver of our business has been entrepreneurship, and how we can add value to this ever-growing community is something that that drives us every day. And since we are committed to entrepreneurship, we work with large spectrum of businesses. So when I say businesses, these are companies, brands, franchisors, as we call them, on one side, and investor community or business buyer franchisees on the other side. Now, this we have been able to do that through our well-spread and uniform presence across the country, which is 97 markets, 9 international markets, which includes markets like Saudi, UAE, we're there in US, we're there in UK, Australia, Malaysia, Singapore, Israel, Canada, Bangladesh. In fact, we have a show which is coming up in Bangladesh on 20th of January. So not only we are going deeper, but we're also spreading vertically with penetration in large consumption economies of the world. And I'm happy to also share that large number of markets in India and also overseas markets today is also represented by our IFC partners, right? So it's both India and overseas. So we have, in fact, positioned ourselves as a company which is investor-centric, franchise-focused. And we are a company which is also a trusted advisor to some of the India's most influential, respected business houses and also business buyer community. So when I say business houses, from Adani's to Reliance to Tata's to unicorns to startups, irrespective of the size of these companies, we're proud that we have, played an important part in their journey of growth or scale, depending at what stage these companies have been. And with more and more people buying businesses and also companies expanding via franchise route. So when I say franchise route, it can be dealership, it can be distribution as well. So all is a part of franchising. So this space is only going to get bigger. And so we have been developing our capabilities and distribution to stay ahead of the curve. Hence, through the years, we worked on this mission, which helped us not only to sustain in the industry, but also lead with a market share of 90% over the last more than 2.5 decades, which definitely did not come easy, and neither that was quick. It was a result of our continuous investment in our brand, investment in our equity, goodwill, I would say, investment in the value proposition that we have offered to our community, and also investment in the distribution that we have been able to manage across India and overseas market. And today we have 4, I would say, strong platforms which create enormous economies of scope and also enormous economies of scale, creating not only a very big entry barrier for anyone who wants to do something what we are doing, but also at the same time creates a very strong, compelling value proposition for all the stakeholders. Now, these 4 platforms are our media platform. Second is our scale platform. Third is the investment platform of Franchise India. And fourth is the exit platform. So media platform is a community, how it interacts with us. So it's a community of business buyers and companies who want to expand their footprint across Indian and global markets. So community can interact and do business transactions through 120 large exhibitions that we do across India and overseas market. There are 9 international exhibitions, for example, we're doing alone in the year 2024, and 120 large exhibitions in India. The digital platform of our web Franchise India is the website, which is franchiseindia.com. Maybe we can also put that in the chat box. You can see our website. More than 17,000 companies are listed on the website of Franchise India. We have million investors who actually comes on the website and takes a decision of buying a business, exploring these opportunities on the site. And third is also a very strong print media, which we have, which includes our 3 leading publications in the B2B space, including Entrepreneur, which is the leading magazine, business magazine. Now, this is an international magazine, American company, and we are their partners for India. The largest magazine, I would say, the top 3 B2B magazines in the world is where Entrepreneur is positioned, and then the rest 2 are our own publications, which is Franchising World and The Retailer. These are publications which we started back in 1999, and the entire community of people who want to buy a business, or I would say when companies who are looking at any kind of expansion would definitely want to be seen or reading these publications. And that's how our media platform has created a very strong and trusted, community of these companies and business buyers or investors, as I would say. Second, our scale platform, where we work with companies to make them franchise ready and expand their footprint through our distribution. Now, we make companies franchise ready through our consulting arm, which is FranCorp. FranCorp, again, is an international, I would say, a company which is headquartered in America, and we acquired the rights for FranCorp in India. FranCorp prepares company to get into franchising from their business model creation, sustainable business model. It is not just a business model, but creation of a sustainable business model, creating the legal documents, SOPs, all that is something which FranCorp does. And FranCorp is world's largest, oldest franchise consulting company, which comes with an experience of 47 years working with companies like McDonald's, Hilton, KFC, Hershey's. You name a name in the franchise industry, and FranCorp Global would have worked with these companies. And the brokerage company, which is through our distribution across India and overseas market, where we also take exclusive mandate from brands to recruit their franchise partners. Now, this is with companies in India where we take a mandate, plus we also represent many of these companies in global markets which are outside India, and vice versa. We also bring a lot of international brands to Indian market and also cross markets, which we do through our international arm, which is Fran Global. Which also has, brought about 480 companies or market entries in the last 2 odd decades. And finally is our investment platform, which is a platform for investors where we work with them to help them take an informed decision of buying a business. We handhold them through the entire business buying process. And this part of the business does almost about 1,500 crore worth of transaction, where companies who give a mandate to Franchise India and investors who give a mandate to Franchise India, we help them to invest their savings in businesses of their choice based on their preference, their profile, based on the investment, their operational time, and the financial capability they have. And lastly is our exit platform, where we also work with companies to sell them and maybe bring a new successor in the business through our services, which are our valuation services, and that we do very, very confidentially. Now, the question arises, how big the industry is, because we have not only invested all these years, but if you see what we're doing currently is also a very big investment that we have, which we continue to do every day. So how big the opportunity is something which is important to be understood, and is it going to sustain over a period of time? Is it going to be relevant? And if yes, what role can you as a IFC or a channel partner can bring in is something which is important to understand. So if you look at our country, India, and I'm sure we all would agree that this is the best opportune time where the entire world, the globe is looking upon India as the next big investment opportunity. And also, if you look at the economic fundamentals of India, they all signal a very big market growth or economic growth. And franchising is a very big impact market. And when I say it's a very big impact market, because everything that you're consuming today, whether that comes in form of services, whether that is coming in form of even products that you consume, all that in some form is coming from businesses which are, all franchise businesses, right? So when I say franchising, it cuts across every industry. You can talk about food. I'm sure you consume food through restaurants or deliveries or QSR takeaways, and even services businesses like maybe a laundry or a salon that you would go to, or even services that you go and take, or products you buy from maybe a pharmacy store or a gym. All these services that you see around is basically coming from an environment which is very, very formal. So from top to bottom, I'm sure, maybe 15, 20 years back, we were not as brand conscious as we are today. But today, consumer is brand conscious. Our environments are becoming more and more formal. So if you look at your consumption trends, you will realize that all that consumption is coming from brands that we consume every day. And with India having strong economic fundamentals of domestic consumption, and that's what has kept us going even in difficult times, whether that's crisis or pandemic, our consumption has been a very, very big story, and a massive consumption story is what India shining is all about, which will help grow franchising, and that has helped grow franchising in the last, I would say, 2.5 or decades. But not only that, it will continue to grow at a much bigger speed. So the next 10 years, the size of franchising market in India would be 10x of what it is today. So we are today about 180 billion in terms of our size. It will be 10x in the next 10 odd years to come. And with a contribution which is 4% today, you can imagine where our GDP contribution of franchising is 4%. This again is going to become bigger because our environment becoming more organized. The share of GDP is also going to increase. The second point which I also want to make in favor of franchising is also, if you look at the service sector in India, there's a big contribution, in not only in India, I would say, but globally. When you look at the GDP of the countries, they all are dominated by service industry. They're all shifting towards service sector. And because the top consumption categories, they all come from service-centric businesses. Right? So that also signals a very big, I would say, growth for franchising. And lastly, when it comes to India, India has a very big entrepreneurial legacy. Franchising and entrepreneurship go hand in hand. Right? So, and especially when you look at the demand at the bottom of the pyramid, the micro businesses which are run by micro entrepreneurs in the neighborhood, the demand will continue to be high. Right? And there's no surprise when India is called a shopkeeper nation, because you find every home, there would be somebody in your home who has an aspiration. All of you out here, you all have an aspiration of starting a business. So the demand for entrepreneurship in India is very, very big. So these are some points, friends, which I wanted to make, and I'll request now Gaurav if he can also share his perspective on overall opportunity. And like we said, we want to make the session interactive. We like to know more about you. So we'll also like to post some questions asking and knowing about your profile, the cities that you come from, and maybe related answers we should be able to give as we proceed.
Thank you, Sonia. And as Sonia said, let's start with a few questions, because now a lot of people have already joined. So let's know a little more about you. So introduce yourself in the Q&A box. What do you do? I'd give you 4 choices, very simple to answer, and everybody should answer. If you're a professional, which means that doing some form of job, write P and write your city. Just simple P, so that we know you're a professional and which city you're coming from. That's one. Second, if you are a business owner, which means that you run some form of business and you're looking for diversification or adding something to your current business, so write B and write your city. And even if you want to tell what business you do, so we know a little bit about industry, it helps. Third, if you are already a management consultant, which means that some form of consulting you're doing, right? So you are a trainer, consultant, business coach, any kind of consulting experience you have. So you can write MC, management consultant. So we know that you're a consultant and you have some background on consulting. That would be very, very important and helpful, because you will understand our language a little more. So write MC. And if you are in a career change, a lot of people look at new career, especially this time of the year, when you are getting into a new year. So we we make a lot of career decisions. And if you are in a career change, write C, right? C. Sometimes people write PC also because they're in professional, but they're moving out of the job. So they're looking to move out of the job. So they essentially are C. So give me these four choices: P for professionals, B for business owners, MC for management consultant, and C for career change. And there's a trick in this question. If you don't answer this question, you don't get eligible for becoming an independent franchise consultant. Why? Because you are not somebody who engages. And consultants have one very clear capability that they engage. They ask a lot of questions. Consultants are all about asking questions. They don't have sometimes all the answers, but they have all the right questions to ask. So if you're not asking questions, you're not sharing something, you might not be somebody who has a DNA of becoming consultant. And I'll come down to what is the DNA of a consultant. Let's see who's answered. So Kishore Bhavani, Bhambani is from Mumbai, and he's a business owner. Then we have Subhas, who is already a management consultant from Indore and Jabalpur. Great market. We should talk. Subhash, I will certainly say you should get in touch with Sanjay, because that market, I want to make it very big. Indore is now becoming a huge startup thing. We have done a lot of brands there, and we really want to do that market. While we do every month or alternative month a show there, but really want to see that market going. I mean, Bombay obviously is a market. Amir Ahmed is a professional. Tushar, again from, where's Tushar gone? He's a business owner. Yeah, so
from Bombay.
Jan again is a management consultant. Good to connect with you. Not that I'm not interested in other profiles, but obviously people who have some kind of consulting experience, they know what we're talking, and they would relate more. And then we have, where was I? You can also pick up Sonia and Sanjay. You can all pick up. So Suraj Ravan Gupta is from Ludhiana. Ludhiana, very close to my city. So I come from a place called Chandigarh. Now I live in Delhi for 23 years, 24 years. But obviously, where you come from, you have a lot of attachment on that. So I come from Chandigarh. Chandigarh, we have a large office. Rather, our team members are also there. And Ludhiana also, we have operations. So a great market, very entrepreneurial market. Ludhiana was one of the most prosperous entrepreneurial market. And then we have Mr. Datta. He's from Assam, business owner. Then we have Salman, who's a P and a B. He's doing professional, also doing some business. Vinay is from Delhi, from our headquarter city. Then we have Zahir, who's again from Mumbai. And Parampreet Singh is a B. He's in Delhi, but mainly based out of US. I started my career out of US in 98. I used to live in a place called Sacramento in California before I decided to quit US and come to India. And because I had a hangover of franchising. In US, if you live, everything is franchise. So I call you get a hangover. And with that hangover, I came to India and started Franchise India. While I copied things from US market because I was impressed in the ecosystem they have created in US. But I can tell you proudly that there is no company in US which is of our size. Rather, we acquired a company which is the largest there called Frank Corp from Chicago. We acquired their business, but we are by far the largest franchise development company in the world. While the idea was obviously born there, but our execution and our market is very big. And this I tell to every single person. When I went to US in late 90s, when you land into any airport in the US, you can say, I can make millions here, right? That kind of feel you get. But now when you land in India, you get the same feeling. India's time has come. It's a great time to be in India and to follow entrepreneurship. You cannot go wrong. It's such a big marketplace. And I'll talk about that part. Avinash is a C. Then we have Kiran, who's in Mumbai. A lot of people joined from Mumbai. Amit is joined from Latur, and also is a management consultant. So Amit, we would like to know a little bit about you. And so Parampreet is also from US since same time. So it was different times in US. It was very, very, the whole American dream was very big. People made millions and millions and billions there. Well, you can still do it. I mean, I'm not saying that, but India's time has now come. So it's while US would continue to be a big economy, it's a $27 trillion economy. It's not going anywhere, but we are catching up. So there is another Coimbatore, Mr. Virappan. Mr. Virappan, we're doing this time a big show in Coimbatore, and Sakti would be there, and you should meet him also. But we should talk before that. Coimbatore is a great market. Been to Coimbatore many, many times. Many shows we have done there. And this Mr. Matre, he's from Mumbai. And Manoj Gupta. And by the way, I'm in Mumbai tomorrow. So Mumbai, and if anybody Rajveer would find suitable, can meet me. So I'm there, and we can do a one-to-one discussion. So Rajveer is the leading Mumbai, so he will get in touch with you, and if he finds your profile and your interest suitable, then we can fix up. Amit Shrivastava is also from Mumbai. Thank you very much. You all have been very kind, and you all wrote this, your profiles, and we keep this interaction because it takes some time to open up. Then we can really talk. So let's get started. So first, I'd like to revisit what Sonia said and maybe crystallize. Two things he talked about. One talked about franchising. It's $4.7 trillion industry. The second largest market in the world is India now. 15,000 franchise brands which are actively expanding. Out of the 3 startups which happen in India, 2 are franchise, 1 is the brand you will build for yourself. Why people prefer franchising? Because it's much safer. 60% of people who buy a business or start a new business are first-time business buyers. They prefer franchising because they don't know business. They need help. People who are preferring franchise, they also know because consumers prefer brands. Anything we consume today, people want a brand. You go to a hotel, you want to go to Marriott or Sheraton or Holiday Inn. You want to call for a pathology lab, you want to call Dr. Lal, or Metropolis, anybody. You want to buy any FMCG or any other product, it's 100% going to be brand. Even a courier service which you want to use, it's going to be DTDC or a delivery, it's going to be brand. So anything and everything you consume in the product or the service space is becoming brand, because branded product brings in what? Trust, quality assurance. So franchising is a combination of 3 things. One, it is bringing the brand to the consumer. So consumer is able to get the brand experience. So people want brand experience. That's what they consume today. So more and more, as people have become conscious about brand, franchising is going to go hockey stick growth. That's one. Second, what she said, it's a entrepreneurial demand. This year, 2023, Google data says people were searching more for business than for a job. This is first time in history of Google search that people were searching more for business than for job. And this has just started. Friends, every home in this country has somebody who has aspiration to start a business. Even as low as 3-4 lakh rupees of business to 400-500 crores or even more. So the reality is today that even an employee going to his office today, while coming, thinks that how can I be one day doing my business? So entrepreneurship is real in this country, real. And we have just done 4x in last 5 years of companies which have been started in this country. 4x. We were almost around 100,000 companies being registered every single year. We're sitting on almost 4x of that number. So this is because of the sheer entrepreneur capability. And we should also give this regard to our Honorable Prime Minister. He brought this whole startup mindset. People should do business, think entrepreneurial. Rather than as a politician, people were feeding them and trying to get them jobs. Can I give them government jobs, give them this? He brought in, because India would never be able to give jobs to people, right? We don't create so many jobs, but we create more entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs create jobs. That's the second part of the business. And I'm very proud that I was always in creating entrepreneurs, which creates a multiplier effect of creating jobs and wealth, right? So I'm in the business of creating entrepreneurs. So if Franchise India sells 20,000 businesses, we create 20,000 entrepreneurs who then employ lakhs and lakhs of employees who create a lot of wealth for the country and also for themselves. So I like this business because this really is impact business, because it creates impact in creating in our economy, right? Other businesses don't create impact. Creating entrepreneurs create impact. This is the only thing which companies should do, countries should do. They should create entrepreneurs who can then further create more economical value. The third thing, which is also very important in India, because India is so diverse. Like on the screen we are sitting in, Sanjay comes from Jammu. Varsha, who's there, she's sitting on Pune. Sakti, well, he comes from Jammu but lives in Delhi in head office now. But he's from Jammu. Varsha comes from Pune. Sakti is in Chennai. Rajveer is from Bombay. There's another lady, she keeps coming on the screen, goes back on the screen. But there is another lady called Monica, but she's in Chandigarh office. So it's so diverse. How people consume in Chennai to Jammu to Pune to Chandigarh or Delhi is so very diverse. So when companies need to grow and scale their businesses, they would need to franchise. You might be Tata organization, we manage Tatas, we manage Reliance, we manage Mahindras, we manage all large companies. They have all the money, but they also franchise their business because they need local knowledge, local capability, local entrepreneurial capability. So because these three things are very critical, one is growing entrepreneurial demand. Second, consumer is becoming brand conscious. Third, the companies want to scale their businesses and they need local partners. This has created a phenomenal opportunity of growth in franchising. Franchising only in India is growing at over 30% year on year. I don't know any other industry which can say close to that. Most of the industries would be in a single digit. Some industries would go a little bit on the second digit, but they would no be industry which could grow 30% year on year just because of the three different growth aspects. And this would continue to happen. So we're working with early stage companies which come to us and say, I want to scale my business. We come work with D2C companies which are only digital. They want to say offline, we want to go. We're getting companies which are global companies, are all looking to come to India. And we're getting calls from everywhere. I'm working in companies from Mongolia, Russia, who want to enter Indian market. And for reasons, India has become preferred market. Where would the Russian companies go? Russian companies would not go to Europe. They cannot go to US. They all have to come to India. So there is a demand coming from all sides, from global companies entering India. There is a demand for Indian startups coming up. And there is also a lot of traditional conventional businesses which now feel left out in the race of growth. They also want to scale. So we are getting traditional family-owned businesses which are also coming to us and say, I want to scale that business. So we feel while we are 26, 27 years working in franchising, but the time has come now where I can see that the kind of growth we would do for next 5 years, we have never imagined. And hence we are here, we are inviting partners who would join us to be part of that growth and part of that momentum and a part of that value creation, which we can collectively do. So what is the opportunity which we are discussing about? We are discussing of this name I will keep repeating called independent franchise consultant. Who is independent franchise consultant? In a simple answer is somebody who's a specialist to help you start a business, right? Like my friend who's joined from US, if he calls he goes to small county, there are small counties with a small population, 10, 20,000 people, and calls maybe a local just dial kind of a company and say, I'm looking for a business broker. Can you help me with the business broker? They would give 20 names. They would give 20 names who can help you buy a business, sell a business, or acquire a business. 20 names in a small place because it's very mature. But India, if I tell you such a large marketplace, if you want to buy a business, where would you go? No company outside franchise India. But if you want to buy a property, there are 1 million brokers. If you want to buy a financial product, 1 million financial consultants. But if you want to start a business, you want to have business started for your son or your wife or yourself or your friend, where would you go? So today I can proudly say in 97 cities in India, you can walk to any of Franchise India or our independent franchise consultant and we'll help. We'll help you start a new business, from choosing the right brand to helping you incubate that business and taking to the next level. Now ask yourself how big the demand is there. I all the time sees these business gurus on Facebook, Instagram, and they come and talk great. They are great reels they make. Sometimes content, I don't understand what they talk, but they talk content and they have millions of views. And what are they talking to you? They're telling, how can I help you grow your business? Hundreds and hundreds of consultants are in this game, right? But nobody is there to help you start a business. Everybody wants to help grow your business, give you tactics, strategies, these ideas which you don't have, which come from management books, which have been written 60 years back. They are just making videos on those books and trying to sell you all that stuff. And people are buying that stuff. But I don't think that's more valuable. The valuable is people want to become an entrepreneur. They need to understand what business they can start. How can they put money, which is not having too much of risk, how they calculate return on capital, how they understand what businesses are what challenges the business, how they can select the right brand, how can understand competition. All that things are not given by anybody outside Franchise India. Now we come down to a very unique situation. First, the industry is growing, right? Franchising industry is booming. Second, you're working with a company which is the largest in India, largest in the world, and most experienced company, right? How can you get failed? But still, the third thing, which is the critical component, which is you. If you don't fit in with the profile which we are looking at, even the first two were great, third can drop the thing. It's like sometimes you call chair, all four arms have to be there. Otherwise, it would not be stable. So for us to make it stable business and make it very, very rewarding, it needs to have the first two, which we are securing, but your profile makes a very important aspect. And that's why we are there. Sonia is spending time, I'm spending time, Sanjay, all our teams, because we don't want to get anybody who's not fitting the profile. Now, let's understand who we want really. So first understand what is a consulting business. Everybody wants to be consulting because it's cool to be a consultant, right? But not everybody can consult. Out of 20 people I hire, 10 fail, right? But that cycle you hire because people come and make claims and they're not able to do that because they don't go across. They don't make effort to learn. They don't understand businesses. So they fail. They're not able to address anybody. And sometimes I get intellectual people who have that right mind, the great learners, and they go across. They're able to educate people because you're talking to somebody. Like yesterday, I was in Ahmedabad. A lady came to me and she said, I want to invest 10 crores. And I looked at her. She was simple. She didn't know entire thing. Her husband wanted to invest. They've already taken the property and they want to invest like yesterday. And I felt she's not even knowing things, but she's capital ready. What she lacks is knowledge. She's seeking knowledge and information which she doesn't have. And that's what a lot of people out there are. Ask yourself, the biggest decision for you is to settle your son, but you don't know who to ask help. You want to get a business for you and your wife, you don't know who to ask help. Right? So it's a responsible business. But every person cannot be a consultant. A consultant has some characteristics. One, they're deeply involved. Right? I call the 3 ROIs in life you get. One is return on investment. In our case, this is not there. It's not there. Second is return on intelligence. What Rakesh Jhunjhunwala was. He built empire and wealth out of his intelligence. Right? He never bought stocks which were not available to others. It was not that he got lucky and he got Titan and nobody knew Titan was there. He knew Titan and he knew what is going to happen. He understood tracked consumption. He invested Titan when nobody invested. So he created a multiplier on that. So it's intelligence, right? The second thing is involvement. I had personal chance to meet him. He was super involved person. He was always there. He was always available, right? So if you bring in these two things, you can be a great consultant. You are intelligent and you're involved, right? Second thing, you're a great networker. You find an opportunity to network. You don't sit on the flight to sleep. You sit on the flight to talk to the next guy, what he does, right? Even sometimes young people. I was on a flight from London and a young girl was sitting next to me. So I asked her, I said, what do you do? She said, I just finished my education. I'm going back. My father is after me, a big politician family out of UP, to come back. I said, then he wants to get you married. He said, no, I don't want to get married right now. I want to do something of myself. And I then told that what I do. And he said, the first thing I'm going to land and don't talk to my father, and I want to set up meeting with you because I want to start something of my own. I don't want to work in my father's political side career. She was smart. She was well educated, studied in London. She's a prospect, right? She wants help. She wants help that she can start some meaningful business, and she can get, obviously, a father can fund. So you're a super networker, we call it, super network. Third, you are everyday learner. 365 days, if you go to bed and you say, I have not learned something today, it can be culture, it can be business, it can be language, it can be something else which you say, I've learned, I've become a better of myself today than I was yesterday. People don't give importance to things. They're lazy, they don't want to, they have on a good life, but they don't put importance to these things. But you're not like that. You're somebody who wants to better yourself every single day. There is a new IFC partner we've got just about a month back. And Sonia worked very closely with him. Sanjay works very closely with him. He just closed a very mega deal. But believe me, he doesn't loses any chance to go to any show, anywhere which is happening, because he wants to learn more and more companies, more and more businesses. Like we're doing this next month, January, 27 shows. Some of my IFC partners would do one show, which is happening on this own city. They would come there. Some would do 3, 4. Some would maximize. They were all over. Who's making more money? Somebody who's more all over, because he is capturing more and more information. And this is available for all RFCs. You can do all shows. And so you're a great person who's a great learner. And finally, the fourth thing is persistence. There's nothing powerful than persistence. You do a deal and you chase the deal, and that deal happens, right? So if you decide that this is going to happen, it happens because you're persistent about it. And we teach you how to run this whole thing. So friends, this is a question you need to ask yourself, that do you have these 4 things and it's natural to you, or is hard to you? If it is hard, there are many opportunities I can give you, but this is not for you. But if it's natural to you, this is something which you think you love doing it, then you can be a good consultant. The second point, if you decide that you want to be a consultant, then you need to set expectations. What is your expectation? What runs your home today? What number you want to make? So what I call minimum expectation, and where I can go for growth. So this you have to set. You can come and say, I want 3 lakh rupees monthly minimum, because that's my must have to sustain, but I want to go to 30 lakh rupees. Then you can create a growth path, and we help you do that. That's another part. Then very importantly, you have to ask honestly, what do you bring on the table? What is that one thing which is special to you? Like I have a partner who has found businesses which he does in minority, right? So a lot of people do businesses in different structures. There is another partner who does only with veterans, which means that he does with ex-army officers and people who are retired and they want to start something. So he's championed some relationships and some businesses. There is another partner who's very good in real estate. So he understands real estate very well. So what do you bring on the table? What is the thing which is very unique, right? There is another partner who's working out of Dubai, but he's focusing on NRI investors who want to invest. So one has to find what is that you bring on the table which is going to work for you or give you more value. Now let's go to the next thing, which is the business model. Business model, very simple. We have 2 banks. One is brands and opportunities. And there are 2 types of opportunities. One is new companies, brands which you can sign a new business. And there are opportunities which are resale opportunities, which means you can buy an existing business. This bank, we help you. We give you assets. And these assets are exclusive with us. We have exclusive mandates for these companies. And these can be multinationals, large companies, mid-sized companies, startups, all across portfolio of 200 industries, sub-industries, and so on and so forth. Anything which exists in franchising, we have it. Absolutely, period. If anybody is franchising, 100% franchise India is working for them. So we have this opportunity. The second side, which is critical, is to get investors. That also we give you. And not only investors, we give you networking platforms, we give you events, 27 events every month. And we're doing events in all across markets. We're doing events in Gorakhpur. We're doing event in Coimbatore. We're doing event in Jaipur. We're doing events in bigger cities, obviously, all of them. So all of these places we do events and give you an opportunity to network. Now you have these two banks. Your jobs is to bring these two together, counsel people, and become a great deal maker. If you do deals, you are successful. You also would do helping some of the businesses who would want to come in franchising. You will coach them and bring them in franchising. And you'll also help people who want to exit their business, value their business, and sell it in the market. So 3 things you will do. You'll help people to start a new business. You'll help businesses to scale through franchising, and you will help people to exit the business. Now, what is your advantage? Your advantage is that you get a great support from us. I call the support as a MOST, M-O-S-T. M stands for mentoring. We'll mentor you. We'll guide you through. And first 2 months, you need a lot of mentoring. You need to do a lot of joint calls. You need to do a lot of proposal drafting. You need to work with us. Even sometimes you're silent in the first 5 calls. You're observing us, what we do, and then you champion it. Then you know how to do it. O stands for opportunities. As I said, the day 1 of your business, you have 500 brands to start from. S stands for sport. A lot of sport you require, a lot of small sports you require, which all that needs to be done. You need a creative of yours to be done. You want a social media promotion. You want something which can help you build your own brand. Rather, I do a training how to build yourself a brand. Your platform is Franchise India, but you are going to be the brand. You're going to be the brand. People would know you in that market. And last T, which is training, 3-day residential training, which is to be done in Delhi. And Sonia and I do that 2 days, first 2 days. And then 3rd day, all teams, including Sanjay and everybody, works on that. It's a very extensive training. It's about 24 hours of content and strong discussions, a lot of role plays for you to come over it. Most of the times, our consultants, some of them, after training, the first week, they're active. They're already doing deals. So training, and then we have every Monday, every Wednesday, every Saturday, 8 o'clock meeting, where we talk about all our IFC partners join. It's a very transparent network. We talk about success, what our challenges, somebody has done well. So we learn from each other. And this is a routine as a culture. We all do 8 o'clock Monday, 8 o'clock Wednesday, 8 o'clock Saturday. And we need 100% attendance on that. It's on Zoom. So it's easy. So friends, there is a huge growth journey in this. But as I said, it's a self-evaluation. While I have done 26 years, you can see that I'm excited about it. Sonia is excited about it. Sanjay is excited about it. But I don't know about you. I don't know what state you are in. Is this something which you're just exploring, or you want to do it, or you are somebody who feels this is a long-term vision for you? I don't know. Because I personally feel, a lot of people ask me how you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and they see my WhatsApp messages and so on and so forth. Honestly, I get a kick out of it. I like it. So people who are not able to do it, they find it difficult. Some of my team members find it difficult to come to office even at 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock, because they find it difficult. Because they would never enjoy this, right? But some are 9 o'clock. The first thing to enter, the first one to put message, they're enjoying it. They're there. They're not running away from the entire thing. So I don't want anybody who just does it for sake of it and not enjoy it. Because if you don't enjoy it, you'll not do that. Like I was giving you the same IFC partner. I was taking a flight in the morning from Bombay, and I saw his message, and it was 5 o'clock in the morning. And I replied back because I was also getting into a flight. And I said, where are you in 5 o'clock? He says, I'm going to Pune. I'm driving down from Bombay, Pune. And 5 o'clock you start, you will hit Pune by 8:30. But you can start late also. But this guy is excited about the deal he's pursuing. He's up at 5 o'clock and going and making money for himself, not for others, right? So that motivation, sometimes you have, sometimes you don't have. Most of the IFC partners, because they're self-driven, they have. But I find it difficult sometimes in my team members, because they say, I was not paid for getting up 5 o'clock. I was paid to be in office 9 o'clock. Because they don't understand the mental game, right? They don't understand at the end of the day, your man hours gets maximized for your gain, your market price. Sometimes people don't get it. So friends, this is an interesting opportunity. It's a very, very exciting opportunity, but it's not for everyone. I'm very happy to work with everyone. Initial cost of joining is 4.5 lakh rupees, and it is till the 1st and 2nd of January. 2nd of January, it becomes 5 lakh rupees because every year we revise. And so if you are joining in till 2nd, your price is 4.5 lakh rupees. If you join after that, it's hardly difference. It's just 50,000 rupees. So it's low cost entry point. And this is 3-year license, which you get. And it's renewed after 3 years for another 3 years. And another 3 years you can, because why would we lose performing partners? If I'm performing for you and you performing for us, we will always be in partnership for years and years to come. So it's a very interesting business model. It's very rewarding. It can make financially very big, but I'm more excited about what it does to you as an individual. Because financially, you can make money in everything. You know, you can sell anything. You can sell coal also, and you make money, right? There's an old saying in Punjab that people who do trade in that they don't obviously do this for. They're just driven from capital. They're driven for money. A lot of businesses are not soul satisfying, but consulting is satisfying. Consulting is somewhere where you see you have made a difference to somebody's life, but it's not again something which everyone wants to do or can do. So friends, I will take a leave from here and I will pass it on to Sanjay. I've taken a lot of time. It's already 1 hour I've taken. But you can see this is not something which is recorded. This is all live and it all come naturally to us. I can go on for next 3 hours also because this subject I live every hour and it's very close to me. And I want to really make sure that anybody who joins with me as a partner is successful, enjoys and becomes a meaningful career for them. So if you are somebody who are interested, please reach out to our teams. And next 3-4 days, I am not traveling. I'm in India largely, so I can pick up a call. I can come on a Zoom call because every IFC partner I interview personally. And you can also ask me all direct questions, anything you want to ask, and then only if you feel that it's for you and you feel this is the right company to work with, then we will take the discussion ahead. So over to you, Sonia, for your last comments, and then to Sanjay for taking maybe a 10-15 minute presentation. Most of things I've already covered. I don't like doing presentation. I think you take away focus from things unless and until you want to run through some numbers, which I think Sanjay would do. I like more live where you can talk to me and I'd like to do, but forums like these webinars don't allow you that. Otherwise, the best thing is to talk to each other. So it's two-way communication. And so over to you, Sonia.
I'll only say, friends, we are a knowledge-driven business, which requires us to learn every single day. And if you look at the role of consultants also, this is getting evolved. One of the times when people could go on the net, could not go on the net and find the information. Today, any investors looking for something, they look for more insight. So more knowledge you have, more learning you have, it helps you in your practice. So I'll request all of you to stay back for another 10 minutes. We'll talk about what it takes to become a franchise consultant. And also some of you have also given your request to get connected. We have a team who will get connected with you and we'll be happy to have one-to-one conversation with all of you who would be keen to take this discussion forward. Over to you, Sanjay. Thank you.
Great. So thank you so much. So friends, please be there for next 10 minutes only. We will not take complete presentation as of now in the interest of time. We'll give you some slides to make you understand what we offer and how you can make money out of this. Second, all my team members will get in touch with each one of you. I personally will call you. And if there is anyone who can reach out to me, I'll put my number because you have given your time. I'll respect your time. I'll put my number also in the chat box. You can also reach to us.
And Sanjay, there's some people want to meet me, so I'm logging off, but anybody who wants to meet or fix time with me, please do that. Either it can be Zoom or somebody's written in Bombay, I can do Bombay physical meeting. So that's not a problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We will connect. And friends, as I said, we will take few slides and then all our regional heads will get connected and have a full presentation in terms of giving you understanding how you're going to earn out of this and how you want to grow. So today I'll give you some understanding about what we offer. So I'll take few slides where you can get a little more understanding on how we do this business on daily basis. As we discussed, we are offering you every support which is required in this. Starting from T stands for tablet. Tablet would mean that we will give you technology. T stands for technology. So you don't have to use your own Gmails because that will not represent you as Franchise India representative or Franchise India part. So we'll give you Franchise India email address. That will be Franchise India domain email address, which you will be using. And we'll also create a CRM for you wherein all the database will be shared with you. A stands for access of infrastructure. What we have offices all across. So you can use our office. Suppose there are a lot of people from Mumbai. We have office in Mumbai. We have branch in Mumbai. We have team in Mumbai. So you can bring your all clients there, having a meetings there together. And our team will also help and support. That's what we are keep on doing it. Then you are in anywhere in Kolkata. We have office in Kolkata. Someone is from Delhi. Someone is from North. So we have office in Chandigarh, Pune, Ahmedabad, Bangalore, everywhere. So you can use our office. So B stands for brands. As we discussed that we have brands on board. We help you scaling the businesses in brands. So we have this brand list with us. So around 1,100 companies who have given us mandate. There's an agreement with all these brands that we will be having the franchise development authority completely for them across territories. And there are some companies who have given us international also, so we take them out of India as well and help them to grow further. So these brands are available for you, but at the same time, we also help you to build your brand portfolio that in your territory or across territories, you want to build these brands and you want to work for these brands. So we'll give you complete training of those brands. Also, we will help you to understand these brands well. So that would mean that brand trainings would be also there. Every brand you want to drive, because tomorrow when you are looking forward for leads from our side, so we'll give you leads. L stands for leads, but we'll give you 50 leads, which are minimum guaranteed leads from the investor side. And when we create your brand portfolio, then we will give you brand leads separately. Leads is not anytime a problem because Franchise India is a lead generation company. We have all across platforms wherein we generate leads, and we are looking forward for partners who are asking for more leads. Not even a single penny you have to invest on the lead generation, marketing, or any kind of promotions, all done by Franchise India. E stands for events. As we discussed, we have events which are open and accessible to you. You don't have to invest. All investments done by Franchise India. T stands for training. So training would mean that we are giving you complete training. So first, when you are onboarded with us, there will be 3 days extensive training in our corporate office. And then we will do you more trainings on brands also. And if there is anywhere that you feel that there's a product training which is required, so we also organize Sundays morning 1 hour from the chairman's side. That's a special training wherein all our IFC partners do come because they are so eager to come on Sundays also because they want to grow, they want to learn more on product side of it or any kind of discussion you feel like that what are the new opportunities coming in India from outside. So we'll have a session. You want to know how to approach brands for taking them on board. So we'll also help you in that regard. So as we said, we have 3 businesses. One, which is we get investments. So we help investors to find out a right opportunity for them. And we also help businesses, brands to scaling their business. So you can also do that. And third, we are also helping in exiting out of the current business. That's also there from our side. So what is the proposed structure of IFC? IFC, when you join us, it's at the entry level. You become our IFC partner, then you grow. There's a next step, which is IFC Elite. When you hit 15 lakh rupees revenue or 15 deals, which is earlier in a year. So some partners are doing it 1 month, some partners are doing 5 months also, 3 months also. But when you hit 15 lakh rupees total revenue, you become our IFC Elite member. Then there is an IFC Pro membership, which is there available when you hit 50 lakh or 30 deals. And then there's a master position also available. How it is going to change and why there is a different, these positions which has been created, because we feel every investor is unique. Someone is putting more time, someone want to grow faster, and then there has to be something for him or her. So likewise, we have this ladder which we have created so that you can grow faster and you can earn more. How you can earn more and what all levels we have at IFC and IFC Elite, IFC Pro and Master, the percentage, how you can grow and how you can take the payouts of what you are doing. So we have products with us, which is investor acquisition, which is investor when we work with investors. On one side, it is I. When we work with businesses, which is B, and our brands. So we have 40% sharing at the base level. Base level, we have 40% sharing on 3 products. You take investor acquisition, investor on board, there's a fee. When we service an investor, there's a fee. So you get 40% both. And then brand also, when we service, we sell a franchise, you also get 40% in that success fees also, what we also get out of this. Then fourth is business development. And this business development is brand on board. This brand on board is also giving you an opportunity to give us a reference. But I would see, and I would like to invite my team member and our branch head from Chennai, Shakti, and he can give us a little more understanding on this slide so that later on I'll take you further. So Shakti, over to you. Give us some understanding
Yes,
on
sir.
this.
Thank you, sir. Very good evening, all. I would like to start to explain in terms of IS, IA, and BS. We've got 2 kinds of payments which is coming in from 2 verticals. One is from the investor and one is from the brand side. This IA is the investor association, then it is investor success fees, and then BS is brand success fees. So for an IFC partner who is enrolling, the first stage is he gets 40% of the complete business which he is bringing in to Franchise India. So in terms of this, the complete leads is given by the brand. Once for the service, we onboard our investors. We explain them. The minimum fees is about 25,000 for an investor to onboard with us. So once the investor is in, we will service him for about 6 months. We give him all the brands which he wants. Basic understanding is an investor who is coming in would want to understand whether which brands they would want to take or which categories of brands are available. We will support them, completely handle them. For 6 months, we'll give them options, make them understand with different brands and take the right choice. So for that, we charge at 25,000, which is the consultation fees, that is the investor association, and 25% you make on that. Once the investor is successfully taking a brand, then we charge him for an investor success fees, which starts from about 50,000 to lakh or 2 lakhs, depending on the brand which he is taking. And every brand which is already onboarded with Franchise India, once we give them an investor, they would be paying us the brand success fees. That usually is about 25 to 30% on the franchisee fees. Ideally, we make about anywhere between 1.25 lakhs to 2.5 lakhs. That is usually the success fees. So with these 3 categories and basic IFC partners who is onboarded, will take about 40% on this value. The next is about business development, where 20% is the fees which is paid to an IFC partner. In this, what is expected from the IFC partner is to first initially understand, scout these brands, understand what is the brand expectation, and get a meeting which is set from the brand. Post which we will take it forward. We will do the meeting. We will prepare the proposal for them. We will do the follow-up and we will onboard them with supporting you. So your role here is only to identify the right brand and get the meeting set. The rest all will be taken care by Franchise India. Usually we have 4 slabs in terms of business development, which starts with 7.5 lakhs is the starting. Then we've got 15 lakhs, we've got 40 and 75. Which brand falls into these category depends completely on the expansion which they are looking for and also on the investment of the brand. So we will support completely on this. We will take it forward with the brand. Usually in 7.5 lakhs, 20% is about 1.4 lakhs you make in one business development sign up, which we do in a month. And then the number of leads, every month we are giving in 50 leads to an IFC partner. This 50 leads will be organic leads, IA leads, it will be bot leads. All put together, we will be giving you 50 leads, from which you will have to call these clients, understand the requirement, and do matchmaking with these brands. The CRM ID, ideally, you will start with one. Once you move up the ladder, you get to have more CRM IDs, so which means you will have more number of leads which is coming in. Eventually, you will have in better control conversions. Yes, Sanjay sir, over to you, sir. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. And we will discuss this in length. But when we are talking about even 70% your fee, your payout, Franchise India would do everything for you. So you don't have to invest even a single penny at this stage also. So 40%, 50%, 60%, 70%. So it can be done in just 1 month also. Not only you are getting the payouts. So this is very, very important. I'm just talking about what all you get. Apart from the payouts, so we also work month-wise. It is first to last day of the month. We do a business month and we do closing. And then your payout would be next month, first week, you will get the payouts. So closing is done, 31st closing is done. First, we are sharing the sheet with our finance team. Within 2-3 days after reconciling, 7th is the last date. Before 7th, you will get the payouts from our side. Now, what all you get? Plus, there is second part of revenue or payouts, that is from the incentives. All our brands whom we are working with, they are giving the cash incentives also to all our FC partners for working for that brand, because they feel these are highly experienced, they are highly professional people and very mature people. And once they are working for my brand, they choose also. They want X IFC partner to work for their brands. So what they do is they also release some incentives for the IFC partners. Anyone who is getting a deal for their brand, after you understand, we give you leads. You want to work with any brand, we'll give leads. So you get the meeting done with the brand, and brand will also help you in terms of closing that deal, and brand will give the incentive. That's a cash incentive. Somewhere we have 1 lakh rupees, somewhere we have 5 lakh also. And in some cases, we have also cars to win. So if you are going to have a car to win, that would mean there is some criteria first. So we have deal maker of the year for 6 months. There is a car for that. And there is a also incentive for all my partners if you are doing even a single unit deal also. So there is a incentive for every effort what you do. We reward, we recognize, and we also encourage you. Third, we also have quarterly international trips and international contests, which is there to help you, to further motivate you, because you are putting your efforts, it's being recognized. We also have every quarter one international. So in a year, there are 4 international trips along with which are local trips also within India, but 4 are international every quarter. Like we are working on October, November, December we are closing this quarter, and there's a Vietnam incentive, Vietnam contest, wherein all investments done by Franchise India, and there is just 15 lakh rupees revenue total in 3 months. It is a total revenue which can be done in just one deal. So as I said, if you are doing in one deal, you are getting qualified. Plus, we have given some special brands. If you do some kind of business in those deals, those brands, you do one deal for that brand, you will also get qualified. So we also make all efforts to make you qualify, because we want maximum partners to qualify for this incentive. So these are all contests which we also launched side by side, and there's an incentive, cash incentive for brands, no cut with Franchise India, that is 100% yours, and the payout which is coming to you is 40%, 50%, 60, and then it goes to 70%, and you can fix your benchmark, you can fix your earning potential. You want to fix it, you want to do that, and accordingly you have to get involved. So initially we will understand where from you are coming, and then we'll align a introduction meet with our chairman, sir, maybe 10 minutes. And then anyone who is qualifying for this, we qualify you, you qualify us. It's both sides selection. And then we will take it up. And then there will be a training program. Every month we have in office. That's a 3 days wherein your staying is on us, your pickup, drop, all arrangements is done by us. You have to just come to the Delhi. Our corporate office, rest is all on us. And then once you are getting the license, you are getting the certificate, you are now licensed business partner with Franchise India. Because Franchise India is also next 3 years investing a lot of money. There's a lot of investment that goes from our side plus someone who is involved with some financials is serious. That's why we have a license fees, which is one time 4.5 lakh rupees plus GST, which we are going to revise now. So second is the last day. So before that, if you want to come on board, so we'll do some understanding on that part. But fees is very, very important because you are becoming part of Franchise India. You take our brand. When you take our brand, you become our partner. It is just like you take franchise of Franchise India. That's why there's a fee plus 3 years, all investments on us. And lot of earning potential, highly rewarding for few who are involved into this business. And likewise, we are there to support, completely support to get this thing on board. So look forward to have more discussions one-on-one. Until then, thank you so much for joining in. And there are still a lot of people with us. A vote of thanks from our side. But before that, if anyone want to have a call with me, so I am putting on my number. Yes, you can get in touch with all our our regional heads, and they will also arrange a call further. So that would be completely with us in terms of having a one level of introduction. Then we have introduction with our chairman, sir, also. So thank you very much. Vote of thanks from our team members. So I'll pass on to Shakti and then Rajveer and then Varsha.
Thank you all, everyone, for joining, and I will get connected with each of you who is called in from Tamil Nadu and Kerala. So all the very best. Wish you a very, very happy New Year. So we'll get connected soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. I will connect to each of one of you people and advance my happy New Year. Thank you so much. Mumbai team, I'm contacting you soon. Thank you.
Glad to see people coming from all corners of Maharashtra, and I'll be equally glad to connect with all of you coming from Pune and rest of Maharashtra post this meeting. Happy New Year to all. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you all the team members also.